unforgivable thing you've ever heard by mistake. My husband and I always hosted his company's Christmas party, and last year I insisted on still doing it even though I was going through 11 brutal rounds of chemo. I was upstairs getting my medication when I heard voices from the kitchen. "How are you holding up with Louise's situation?" asked his coworker. My husband's voice was tired. "Honestly, I'm just waiting for it to be over," he said. I froze at the top of the stairs. His coworker said, "That's got to be so hard watching someone you love go through cancer treatment." "The thing is," my husband said, and I could hear him opening another beer, "I stopped loving her years ago. We've been basically roommates since Kayla was born, but you can't leave your wife when she's dying, you know? People would destroy me. My mom would disown me. So I just, wait, someone made an uncomfortable sound. Jesus, man." He said, "I know how it sounds, but she's got maybe 2 years left. The cancer's aggressive. I can do 2 years. Then I can finally live my life with someone who actually makes me happy." I stood there in the red dress I'd worn because I wanted to look good for him, even though it pressed against the port in my chest and scraped my chemo-sensitive skin, and looked down at the party I'd thrown for him with the very last of my energy. And right then and there, I made a decision. For 8 months, I said nothing. I focused everything on my treatment, on getting better, on proving every single doctor wrong. I enrolled in clinical trials. I changed my entire diet. I worked with immunologists who specialized in cancer recovery. While he thought I was dying, I was planning to live longer than he ever expected. When my oncologist called with my test results, I was in remission. Complete remission. Instead of calling my husband first like I always did with medical news, I called the divorce attorney. Then I called my sister. "I need you to pick up Kayla from school and keep her for the weekend. I'm about to blow up her father's world." That night, I cooked his favorite dinner. I opened a bottle of the wine we'd been saving for a special celebration. When he walked in and saw the table set with candles, he smiled for the first time in months. "What's the occasion?" "I got my test results today," I said, pouring his wine. "I'm cancer-free. Complete remission. The doctor said it's the best outcome they could have hoped for. Said I'm going to outlive them all. Isn't that amazing?" He tried to look happy, but I saw the flash of panic cross his face. That's incredible, honey. I'm so relieved." I slid an envelope across the table. "I thought you might want to celebrate properly." "Open it." Inside were divorce papers and a note. "Good news. You don't have to wait 2 years. You can start living your life with someone who makes you happy right now. I heard you talking at the Christmas party." Every word. He went completely silent, staring at the papers. Finally, he looked up. "Louisa, I was scared and talking to Coke. I didn't mean any of that." I said, "I spent 8 months fighting for my life while you were counting down the days until I died. I survived cancer. I won't survive staying married to you. The divorce was brutal. I got full custody of Kayla, half his assets, and kept the house." He moved in with his secretary, which honestly felt like a cliche even he should have been embarrassed about. 2 years later, exactly when he thought I'd be dead, he called me. "Louisa, I made the biggest mistake of my life. I want to come home. I want us to be a family again. I never stopped loving you." I was in my garden when he called, planting flowers for the spring. Flowers I was going to be alive to see bloom. "You know what's funny?" I said, pulling weeds with my bare hands. "The cancer taught me that life's too short to waste on people who are just waiting for you to disappear. I'm not going anywhere, and that includes going back to you." I hung up and went back to my garden. That night, Kayla and I made dinner together in our kitchen, in our house, in the life I fought to keep. Some battles are worth surviving for.